Good morning, Dragon Con.
There we go.
Yes. I'm Allie, and these are my co-hosts, Steven and Brian.
Hello.
Good morning, Dragon Con.
And we were crazy enough to get up this early
Again.
to bring you the latest news about the convention.
Yes, thank you for joining us this early.
This early late, not quite ready to go show. So, we're going to do our little thing this morning.
Yes.
It's got segments, it's got guests. It's cool.
We're trying to be fancy this morning.
We've leveled up.
Yes. Basing all of our information, of course, on today's Daily Dragon, which I would call this color blue. Allie, what would you call this color?
We have a suggestion of periwinkle from the audience.
Periwinkle?
I'll go
Anyone
with
else?
that. Sky blue, maybe?
Yeah, sky blue.
I think periwinkle sounds a little bit more Brit track. Let's go with periwinkle today.
Okay.
It has interviews. It has, I guess, Instagrammed photos, or is it just printed in black and white? I can never tell anymore. So yeah, let's go through that.
Okay, so I guess I hear there's some parties tonight.
There are parties.
Yes, parties.
Are we allowed to talk about parties?
Maybe.
Because I want to talk about a party.
Talk about a party.
I want to talk about a party because I'm hosting one for the Science. That's right, the Science Track is having a party and variety show where it's the Sulfur X show tonight at 10 p.m. It's going to be in the Grand Ballroom East in the Sheraton. And we're going to, Grand Ballroom East, in the Hyatt.
Ooh, yeah.
Or the Hilton.
Hilton.
How many hotels do we have now?
He
Because I
doesn't
can't
know
keep
where his
track.
own event
I
is.
don't know. I'm just going to be wandering around going, But we're doing things like making scientists give science talks to PowerPoint slides they've never seen before. We're going to have people reading science stories and acting them out on stage. We're going to have science skits. It's going to be kind of amazing, and I'm very excited.
At a science party, does everybody stand on the back wall, including the presenters?
Yeah.
Or is it
Well,
just-
no. These are the social scientists. They look at your shoes instead of theirs.
Oh, okay.
I like how the audience like, oh, do not feel sad for the scientists. They're looking at your shoes. It's much better.
Brian?
Oh, yes, it's my turn. Zombie prom. That was just my normal voice before I have coffee. The lights are low, the music is loud, and everywhere you look, you just see zombies. We can't call it the Thriller prom because apparently there's this copyright law thing happening in the United States. It's the prom like you've never experienced it before. Join the Apocalypse Rising track as we elect this year's zombie prom king and queen. That'll be good because then the crown will protect their brains from impact trauma. Sunday, 10 p.m., Grand Ballroom AF, and this is the Grand Ballroom in the Sheraton. 5 hotels, 3 have a ballroom named Grand. That's confusing.
Yes, I assume the crown is just like the top of the head of another zombie
Yeah,
put
yeah.
on that one.
They just basically
There's a
don't need-
visual for you this early.
Yeah, whoever had it last year just hands their entire head over, so that kind of gets very Game of Thrones very quickly.
And if you'd like to, I can't talk this morning. If you would like to learn a few moves for these parties, there is intermediate East Coast swing lessons from 7 to 8 p.m. In the Vinings Room in the Hyatt. And apparently that's DJ'd by DJ Greg G.
Cool.
So swing dance is a lot of fun. You should give it a try. I started taking lessons recently.
Nice.
And you have been swung?
I have been swung.
Excellent.
Swing low, sweet alley.
You got a pity chuckle. That was awesome.
Wow. We'll talk for pity chuckles.
Pity chuckles is like the name of the saddest clown ever. Am I right?
Sad clown is sad.
So we also, I guess, should we go ahead and roll our segments?
We could, or
We've
do you
got some
want to?
footage from last night.
Yeah. So we tried to add a new thing this year to DragonCon TV, and you may have seen this in the mix of the normal nonsense that we do in contributed videos. We've been putting our guest interviews and some of our roaming segments on the DragonCon TV rotation when we're not running panels and rebroadcast and big giant events like the parade thing we did yesterday in the hot, hot sun. And last night, we had our teams go out and get 3 segments. We want to show that to you this morning. We've got something related to today's guest, the Carol Corps meetup.
Yes.
You may see Allie in that, all over
Any
that.
Captain Marvel fans in here? There we go.
Then you showed
Excellent.
up for the right thing. We also have some highlights from costume contests, and we sent some folks over to the parade. We've got a new reporter. I think he's going to be a lot of fun, and he got some highlights from our aquarium night, specifically for DragonCon.
Oh, no.
Oh yes.
Oh, no.
So if we want to roll that beautiful footage, please.
This is the part where we talk.
Am I in the wrong room? I made that. Not the costume, she made that. Who else is in a full flight suit? All right, come up here. Oh my God, you're so hot!
Ellie, get in. How many of you guys are familiar with the Bitches Get Shit Done mailing list or text list?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
Are you getting your shit done?
Yes. So, what I want to know is, how come you always get it right? How come you always manage to send exactly the thing I needed to hear at that moment? And does it help you? Like, does running that list help you keep it on task or whatever?
Yeah, I know, because I have cameras in your houses.
What can you tell us about Binge Planet? I'm really interested in this.
It is my attempt to examine my love of women in prison exploitation films from the 70s, which are problematic from a feminist perspective. Thank you so much for being here. Make friends on your way out, exchange numbers and Twitter handles and things, Tumblr handles. Comics are best enjoyed as part of a community, and you will not find a better comics community than this one. That's just a fact.
All right. So that was segment 1. We've still got a couple of things coming up after that. I think the next thing, do we want to go ahead and run the next piece? Oh, wait, it's already running right now. If we would bring the audio back up, please.
All right, I'm backstage from the Page to Stage costume contest with this magnificent, I think, 12-person entry, I think. Holy crap.
Me and my friend here are the Dora Milaje.
I'm Princess Shuri.
And you, sir?
T'Challa, Black Panther.
Oh, I'm Kitty Pryde.
Oh, you're Fancy Kitty Pryde. They can't talk. They're silent brothers.
That's the White Wolf, and then we have the Dogs of War.
White Wolf and the Dogs of War. That's magnificent.
I am Aurora Monroe Storm.
This is Storm. Legit Storm. She's like, I'm drinking water. I'm just cool. I'm just hanging out with everybody. It's fine. You look awesome. All right, this is the Queen Mother. That looks really comfortable.
Thank you, it is.
It's a lot more.
Homeland, yeah, it's from a homeland.
Did you guys make all your own costumes?
I did them all.
You made all of the costumes.
My hands don't, I can't feel it with my hands right now, so.
Is that like the maximum moving that you can do?
Like, this is fun, yay.
About how long did it take you to do all this?
I've been working on it for about 1.5 years now.
Well, they look phenomenal. You guys are really impressive with a 12-person entry.
Xander, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, I bought the things individually and then I put it together myself. I like it because it's really shiny. So. This one, a friend of mine made it for me because I don't know how to make wood stuff, but he does, so he made it for me.
What's your favorite part of DragonCon?
Coming around here, all these different parties in costume. That's my favorite part. And also getting to meet everyone else, people like you, so that's my favorite part.
Do you like the stingrays?
I do. They won't listen to me for some reason, even though I'm trying to talk to them. I don't know why they're not listening to me. I think they're ignoring me. Did you try to touch the stingrays yet? Did they touch you? No? They're slimy though. Be careful.
I wanted to touch a hammerhead shark, but I thought they would. And I'm like,
don't worry, they won't bite. They won't bite. They're kind of cool. So.
Sally said they're bigger ones.
them, see if I can go talk to them too.
If you stick your hand in, what are they'll break your hand off.
It's okay, I'll tell them not to. I got powers.
You're not the actual Aquaman, you know that.
Is it? Yeah, in my head I am. I am in my head. For now, for tonight, I am Aquaman. Thanks for talking with me.
You're welcome.
All right, have a good one, all right?
So how many child labor laws did we break having a child interview people at the aquarium? Was it after 9?
Hey.
Yeah, because
No.
obviously it gets worse to have child labor happening in the evening and in the morning.
Well, see, he got paid as much as we did, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're volunteers, yeah. But anyway, we've got more of those segments, including a lot of our guest interviews from Friday in the Loft area, and you can see those on the DragonCon TV YouTube channel, along with the full upload of yesterday's parade, which went online last night after we went through and tweaked a little bit of our, I think it was just mostly reducing all of the pale skinness, which takes a lot of digital effects.
Yeah.
So we have a guest today.
Woohoo!
And you may have seen her on some of the footage we just aired. So a big round of applause for Kelly Sue DeConnick.
Faster, faster.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
That dude Chris made Aquaman look cool. That's a trick.
Ooh,
Look, we've got a
sick burn.
staffer
that
who
was
will
a
come in
diss.
and argue
That was
about.
a DC Marvel diss.
Yeah.
70% of the biosphere, just saying. Anyway.
I like Aquaman.
If I need to talk to fish,
I think I'm
I know
being
who
judged
I'm going
now.
to.
I just imagine him crying every time he walks past the sushi restaurant. It's very sad.
I just really enjoy picking on Jeff Parker. Really, is all
Okay.
this is. So
Excellent.
yeah.
So have you been enjoying DragonCon?
Oh, it's awesome. It's great. Yeah.
clap.
When I first got here on Thursday, this is my first DragonCon. Woo. And I got here on Thursday, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to get on an elevator. And I had a suitcase, and it was still light outside, and there were 2 people that were like falling down drunk already. And so there's a moment where I was like, I have made a terrible mistake. But everybody's been so extraordinarily nice, and fandom. The thing I love about fandom is that like, it's this unapologetic, enthusiastic love of something. You know, this is a celebration of liking things. Yay. And I like liking things. So it makes for this kind of glorious energy, and the fact that everyone kind of goes out of their way to try to be like, yes, there's 9,000 of us in a very small space, and we're going to try to accommodate one another and our spines and wings and everything else, and it's sort of lovely. And also, I got my picture taken with a Gene Simmons cosplayer, so. Ooh. I can die happy.
Well, there you go.
It's
probably safer than actually trying to get a picture with the real Gene Simmons. So.
Yeah, there was a point where I was walking by and I'm staring and he looks at me and does this number, and I was like, wait, is that him? Because it was super creepy.
Yeah, there is that sort of mix at DragonCon where you're like, this is awesome, and also kind of, I don't know, creepy.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, right? You okay? You're an adult. So, okay. I hope you're happy. But yeah, no, it was really cool. And I was telling you this earlier this morning, but when I was 8 years old, I enlisted in the KISS Army. And yeah, I had like a belt buckle and stuff. And I never received any discharge papers. So I think I'm probably too old to be active duty at this point, but
so there's a reserve
yeah,
for the KISS
like,
Army?
I mean, they might call me up. It could happen.
Are you just Army Reserve?
I'm
Are you
waiting.
just
I want
on
you to
like
KISS,
weekends?
if you
or?
need me, I'm here. Okay.
So is that like, is that just 2 weekends a year? Is that only when they play state fairs? I mean, how does that actually work? We'll look in the paperwork on that.
Yeah, we're there. If you need help rock and rolling every night and partying every day, we're here.
I think we got that covered, but thanks.
Although that's like one of my favorite mondegreens is the I'm gonna rock and roll all night and part of every day.
Just a very small part.
Yes.
That's like our advice for Dragon Con. Occasionally take a break.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all don't sleep.
Yeah.
No.
What's up with that? Yeah. Yes. Well, man, I didn't. I finished my thing last night. Whatever my last thing was last night. Went to the gym because I'm here with a friend who makes me go to the gym.
Are they really a friend?
Yeah, I know. She made me go to the gym, and she makes me take the stairs. Yeah, right? I know. I'm probably going to live longer because of her, but I'll hate her for every minute of it.
Means you'll hate her longer.
Yes,
So.
exactly. So we went to the gym, and then, like, went back to our room and ate French fries to undo the gym. Because balance, right? It's all about balance. And then collapsed and watched. I don't really get to watch TV in my regular life, so like I was too tired to work. So I put the television on and watch. And like apparently, Criminal Minds is on all of the time. Like
Yes.
that is you have 24 hours of access to Criminal Minds. It was on when I went to sleep, and then when I woke up this morning, I turned the television on. Criminal Minds still on. So I don't know. I guess for 7 hours.
Well, they've just adapted it now to like the realities of DNA testing. So 4 hours of the show now is just waiting for results to come back from FedEx. So they've outsourced
awesome.
too much.
Nice.
Makes a nice miniseries
Yeah,
though.
it's good stuff.
So I feel kind of weird since I was heading up, but you want to talk about the Carol Corps meetup?
Oh, I
How was
suppose.
that?
Yeah.
If you
Might
have
as well
to.
talk about that thing that you write that everybody likes. Let's do that.
Okay. Y'all like it? Oh, like one person. All right. Well,
Now we
never
got a pity
mind.
Yelp.
We're the
So-
Captain Marvel fans. I heard you earlier. Speak up.
There we go.
There's some.
There we go. There we go. So, yes, Carol Corps meetup was awesome. Was like overflow capacity. People turned away. Kind of awesome. I mean, I'm bummed people got turned away, but how great that it looked like a Baptist church service. Everybody was fanning each other. You know, 'cause it was 9 million degrees in that room. It was sweet. So we had giveaways and like 7. How many people were in full flight suits?
Like 7, 8.
Like, yeah, it was. That was amazing, and then all kinds of variations on that. A dress and somebody yesterday, Betsy yesterday who's from Geek Girls Run. Cosplayed Captain Marvelous, which was a one-page thing in the initial arc. I didn't get to see it, so I hope someone took lots of pictures of that because I'm dying to see that.
We'll have to put out a call for her.
Yes. That sometimes works here.
If
when
only we
put-
have some way to broadcast that, say, to all of the
Yes.
hotels.
Maybe MySpace or something. We should totally look into that.
I put it on Friendster.
Ooh. So for
Tribe.net.
for my end of the table, who probably more qualifies for this particular shirt than anybody else up here, what I have an appreciation for comics, but I'm not a full-fledged comics fan. I don't have like tons of back issues and things.
We like you anyway.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. What to educate me, what am I missing by not reading something like Captain Marvel? What am I missing from the Carol Danvers experience?
Well, that's a tough question to answer because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't like to be like. Well, no, I was gonna say I don't like to be bossy, but that's a lie. What I can tell you what people enjoy about Carol, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to say like you need this, you know. It's okay. But first of all, comics are a medium and not a genre. So there are a lot of people who think that they don't like comics because they're not particularly into superhero comics. But saying I don't like comics is akin to saying I don't like prose, or I don't like movies, or I don't like music. You know, there is a comic for you. If you like story, So essentially, if you are a human, then because as humans we need story,
me.
right? That's kind of why we're all here. Is for in one way or another we have all been affected by story in a way that has made us has affected our lives and changed how we think about ourselves and as part of our community, right? And so story makes us feel like we are not alone in our experience of the world, and so. So comic books are just another way of communicating story, and in this particular genre of comic book, which is superhero comic books, there's a wide variety of them, but my favorites tend to be the kind of high adventure ones with an undercurrent of hope, and that's Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is a woman, Carol Danvers, who was a Air Force pilot and very type A human being, and psychic magnetron, blah, 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 and powers, and then
because comics.
Yes, because comics, part alien DNA, and she has a very quite frankly, generic power set. You know, she can shoot beams from her hands and punches really hard and flies. But the thing about Carol that I think makes her a bit of a lightning rod is that she's it's almost as like her superpower is the ability to be wrong and move on from it. She's quick-tempered. When I first pitched the book, it was Carol Danvers as Chuck Yeager. You know, I wanted her. She's all chutzpah, and she wants to go out there, and she's an adrenaline junkie, and she's a little bit arrogant, but she gets things wrong. And she recognizes it, and she acknowledges it, and she tries to be better for it and move on. And one of the things that's really hard for her is she doesn't like to ask for help. And so, of course, I like to put her into positions where she needs help. And then she's got a really great supporting cast of friends, powered and not, who are there in various ways to help Carol be the hero she was always meant to be.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So I don't know if that's your thing. You might check it out.
If that's your thing, I have a stack of comics about that high you can borrow.
Really? What a surprise.
I know.
And I did check. I am a human, it turns out. So
oh, good.
I do qualify for this experience you speak of.
Yes.
So thank you.
Still debatable.
These days, my stack of comics is one iPad high.
Yeah, right? You know, they're fantastic. We're trying to figure out a way. I bet some of you are really smart. So if you could get on this for me, we're trying to figure out a way to work it out so that we can sign digital comics, because you can sign ebooks. There are lots of services and apps that will produce an extra page and insert it into an ebook, so you can actually you can take a picture and have and I can sign an iPad or something. And there's a really great one called I think it's called Authography. A guy named Tom Waters built it, and it's fantastic. The problem is that the files that comic books are all images, so the files are huge, and somehow that, I don't know, math, science, computers, magic.
It's too early
doesn't
for
work.
science.
So one of you in.
I'm. A hologram below the signature. Oh, okay. Cool.
We'll talk to Dr. Science over here about getting us some holograms.
Sure.
Because
I'll
it's
also do the
future.
foil embossed iPad so that we can go back to.
That'd be awesome.
Raised lettering, that'll be good.
Yes.
So I know one of you asked about the shirts we're wearing.
Yes.
And so I guess Kelly Sue, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So those shirts are part of a collection that that I curate and art direct at We Love Fine. You know, y'all know We Love Fine? And so when they came to my husband and I, my husband is Matt Fraction, who writes Hawkeye and Sex Criminals and Satellite Sam, and the upcoming Odyssey, which you should totally check out. They approached us about having our own collections there because what they wanted to do was work with our Marvel characters, and we don't own those characters, so we felt really weird about taking the commissions. So we decided that we would take those commissions and donate them to our favorite charities. And mine is the Girls Leadership Institute, and Matt's is Futures Without Violence. And because of shirts like these, we have raised over $5,000 for the Girls Leadership Institute.
Nice.
Yeah, right? So my goal was to raise enough to pay for a full scholarship for a girl to attend their camp, and we're at almost twice that now, I think. So that has been extraordinary, and I thank you for that. So go check it out. WeLoveFine.com, I think, and it's in the Artists and MFA Partners section. Yeah, lots of great t-shirts there, including these lovely fake geek girl shirts, which come in several varieties. And they were really intended to be for dudes, because I thought that was really funny for some reason, because I'm a child. But the ladies and non-binary identifying folks were like, no, we want them too. So, so now they're available in not quite as wide a range of sizes as I would like, but we're working on that. But a couple different cuts anyway.
I like to wear mine to the comic shop to troll the guys that
There
fake
you
geek girl
go.
me.
There you go.
Would troll guys
Bring
at a
it.
comic shop? Really? Tell me more about this thing.
Not enough time.
Not enough time.
There you
So
go.
we're
Going
about
for the rumble.
DC, Marvel, DC, Marvel.
This is what I have to put up with.
We're done. We're done now.
Don't we have notes about things we're supposed to do?
Yes.
That weren't
Am I
that?
excused? Is that what that was?
Oh, no.
No, we got a couple
No.
minutes.
We're about ready to wrap up. So I guess what are you up to today? What panels are you on?
Okay, I probably should have looked at that before I came up here.
If you have your badge, it's on the back.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Cheat sheet.
Yeah, I am, today is Sunday. All right. So I'm going to be signing, that's not on here, but I do know this. I'm going to be signing from 12 to 2 in the Comic Artists Alley place, which is in this hotel, which is the Hyatt.
Yes.
Oh, good. And so that's a lot of fun. And I actually moved my signing time because there is a March panel that John Lewis is going to be at, I believe, and I'm dying to go to that. So I will be in the audience for that if y'all want to sit with me. And then at 4 o'clock, I am doing the Marvel Now panel in Centennial 1H. And then I'm going to leave that panel early because there is a Marvel cosplay photo shoot that I want in on. So
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I've got today. And
Excellent.
then tomorrow at 10 a.m. is Comics in the Classroom in Hanover F. And then I'm supposed to, at 1 o'clock, do Comics and Feminism, but I need to, I'm panicked about getting to the airport on time, so I need to figure out how that's going to work first as to whether I'm actually going to be able to do that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I really want to, because it's like, oh, look, my favorite topic, last. So, anyway, come hang out. It'll be cool.
Cool. Excellent.
I'll vandalize your stuff. Write my name on it.
Yay. She'll sign your iPad directly.
Yes.
Just we'll skip the whole digital
I've
thing,
done
give you a
that.
Sharpie.
I've done
Yeah.
that. And arms. Brian Bendis signed a dog once. I've never signed a dog. If anybody has a dog with them, Brian and I have kind of a
It's a
competition,
weird thing to do
so
to a
that'd be
service
awesome
animal,
for
to
me.
be perfectly honest.
A horse would be better than a dog. Alpaca. Anybody have an alpaca? I want to sign your alpaca.
That is the quote of the day. I want to sign your alpaca. That's our secret phrase. If we had prizes, we would do something with that.
Yes.
But we don't.
All right, we'll work it out.
I think. Oh, sorry.
Yes. Right.
I think you were trying to cue me to talk about the masquerade at some point since we only have a moment
Well, it's
left.
just the masquerades tonight.
Yay!
Which is our big costume contest. It's also broadcast live in all 5 hotels.
Yay!
In this room. So
On this very
on
stage.
this stage. Yes.
And please do not fall off of this very stage.
We've already had one mishap.
Yes,
this
when
weekend.
when I commented on that in the first show of this con, I did not mean that as a prescription. It was more of a description. Please don't do that.
A guy had this really cool robot costume.
Oh,
where he'd
no.
Actually fix this. He'd actually
Really?
fix the Segway. Do you know which one I'm talking
Yes.
about? Yes, and he accidentally drove it off.
Is he okay?
He is
Spoiler
totally
alert,
okay.
he's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
He rolled back up on stage and accepted his award. Turns out that wearing armor actually sometimes works.
Oh, it was a good thing it was dude armor.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, else his nipples would be well protected.
And on that note, I think it's time to close the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
for
Kelly
coming
Sue,
on.
thank you
Kelly
very
Sue.
much for coming on today.
Thank you.
All right. Our guest ran away, so I think that's our show.
Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, tune in tomorrow morning to see 3 sleepy people end the convention.
One more day.
One
day
more
more.
day.
Another day, another con
Wow, it
thing.
is Sunday.
Yes, it is
is
Sunday
Sunday.
already.
I went to bed at 2 o'clock this morning and got up at 6 to get ready for the show. So
Wow.
We make fine life choices, is what we're saying. Which is sort of like, that's like the motto of Dragon Con. Fine life choices.
We didn't make them. All right, so tune back in tomorrow morning, same bat time, same bat channel. My name is Brian. For Allie and Steven, have a great con.